Hello, folks. How you doing? Nice to see everyone. So, seriously quick one tonight. Okay. I guess most of you know what's happened by now, but just very quickly, I had a bit of an event, a neurological event, and I was in hospital for about 6 days. And as a result of that, I've got to kind of change the way I do things a bit. I'm removing monetization for a lot of reasons. One is just that YouTube never gives me any super chat money or anything. I haven't had a penny out of YouTube since I started doing super chats and monetizing things. I think they'll pay me in the end, but I cannot be bothered chasing them anymore. Um, I'm now, I qualify for disability at a higher level than I did before. Um, and, I've seen how worried my children were about this. And I've seen friends who looked sort of really worried about it. And I must admit, I was very close to the edge. It's one of those things where I could have just kind of snapped my fingers there, but I could have gone out like a light. As it is, I'm quite weak and sort of tired and everything, but I'll get it back. I'll be okay again. But I really must take it very easy now, guys. I really must. So we'll be live for 30 minutes. I'll do a couple of cards for everyone, right? But I'm not really going to take on readings tonight because, I'll explain as we go. Let's say hello to people. April Evans, hi. So nice to see you, April. Vivian as well. Sam, that great Reiki master that she is. April, Ron is with us. Hi, Ron, Unconditional Love. Yeah, Ron says, welcome back. Thank you so much, Ron. It's good to be back. It really is. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep looking. Vivian Flowing is here. Hi. Keeping the flow going. This is always good. Okay. And Adrienne is here as well, of course. How could we forget Adrienne? Linda Barurian, great to see you. Gartha. Yeah, I missed you too, Gartha. I really did. Elizabeth Hayes. Hello. This is brilliant. I think I've missed some because the screen kind of jumped. So if I've missed you, I'm sorry. But Adrienne is here. AQ. Red Hat Cat is here. Cardomancy Mesquite. This is brilliant stuff. Pamiang. Yay. Right, I think I've got to an. Oh, Glitter Bee. I haven't been to Glitter Bee yet. Right, I think I missed some there because it jumps about. And hi, Sue Malek as well. But that's if I haven't said hello to you, I'm saying hello to you now. Okay, sorry, I just didn't see your name as we were going along. Okay, let's do a card to kick things off. I've got a bit more sort of stuff to tell you. Cat Mama, very kind. Hi, Cat Mama, meowdy. Cat Mama kindly asks, how are you? I'll say in a minute. I'm not going to moan on about how ill I am and stuff. But I'm not in my best shape at the moment. Okay, but I'm damn glad to be out of hospital. I'm damn glad to be home, and I am damn glad to be talking to you guys on here again. I never really doubted I would be, because by the time these attacks happen and you're still alive, if you realize the attacks happened, you're still alive, and it's going to be better from there on. So I didn't really doubt I would be back, but I thought it might have been a long time. People get kept in hospital for very long periods of time, sometimes for what I had. But there we go. Hi, Rupali. Great to see you. Seascapes, people always feel better at home, and I really do. Well, here's a lovely card, okay? And this card is for all of you guys, and I'm taking it for myself as well. I'm going to be slightly selfish. It's Lord Ganesh. It's infinite abundance, and it says obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Thank you very much, Flowing, for that super chat. That is very welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, so there's a card. We'll do a few more cards as we go. Okay, but I'm not going to be doing questions tonight, guys. I'm really sorry, and I'll tell you for why. Okay, spirit guides are wonderful, and they have been there, and they have been talking to me, and there was a reason why they needed me to be in the place I was in, the hospital at the time. Very kind of fascinating conversation I had with them. But I haven't been meditating at all since I've been back. because, well, I have tried to meditate, and what happens is I instantly fall asleep. So I'm just not in tune enough to start doing readings at this point, But we'll do some more cards as we go, because it's all part of the fun, isn't it? But yeah, I got to asking them, why is this? Because in our local NHS hospital, which is like a government hospital, it's a lot like the kind of free hospital you would have in the States and Canada. In other words, it hasn't got much money. And it's a bit kind of rough in there. The food is just absolutely disgusting. The staff were brilliant, though. It was a cheerful place to be, because all the nurses were really happy and friendly, and it was quite nice, actually. It was. But I got to ask in spirit, why am I here? Because it was an acute stroke unit, and I hadn't had an acute stroke, but this is the only stroke unit they've got, so that's where I was. And there were 3 other guys in this big room with me, and the other 3 were like at death's door, really. And one crazy night, I asked Spirit, why exactly is this a good thing for me? Because, everything, it's all good. You get to know that with spirit guides. It's all good. Everything happens for a reason. I said, what is good about this? Why did you want me to be here, please? And I was very slow-minded at the time, but I was awake all night. And over the course of the night, it came to me that they were sending some healing to these other 3 guys. And that's sort of why I was there as a channel for it in some way. I don't know, but I said, can you just let it pass straight through me without any effort from me, please, because I'm exhausted. And they did. So I don't really get exactly what was happening there, but in a very basic sense, I get that it was about sending healing out. And it was wonderful, actually, because these 3 guys were at death's door. And within a couple of days, they'd made massive improvements. And this does happen with strokes. You may know people who've had strokes, and you may have seen this happen. You can be in a bad way for quite a while. But as soon as you get a little bit of progress, that means the brain is mended enough to start really ticking over. And from there, the progress accelerates. And for that reason, guys, I'm sure I will be back to doing sort of proper lives where I do readings and everything. And I'm looking forward to that happening soon. I really am. But for the moment, I've like been right up to the gates of heaven, and they've sent me back, and I'm very glad they did. And I'm just not going to mess with it, okay? Not mess with this gift of life that I've been given, that we've all been given. So it's reminded me how precious the whole thing really is. I see Teresa Baltazar is with us. Hello, Stephen. Hey, the gang's all, we've got 33 online already. It's fab. Very good, magical kind of number, 33 as well. So that's nice to see. Sharon Sipe. Hello, Sharon. So, guys, I want to thank you all for the very kind messages that you sent to me when I kind of first announced that this had happened and I was in hospital. It was wonderful to get those messages. And I know that a lot of you were sending healing, actually. Maybe all of you were, But I know a lot of you are deliberately sending healing as well. And, it worked, because this is a lot better than it could have been. So I'm at home now. I got home yesterday and everything's good. Let's do another card. I'll just do the odd card as we go, okay? But these cards are for absolutely everyone. I don't start answering private questions because, when I get to the end of a good session and I say, well, I'm exhausted now, I'll get the readings wrong. Well, as I start this session, I'm exhausted now, okay? So I'm just going to pull the cards, and these cards are for everyone. I know that my hand is being guided. I know I'll be guided in what to say. So let's split this deck. Charity, this is the card. Okay, guys, you're drawn to this one. Charity, prayer and contemplation, which is something I'm having trouble with at the moment because I fall asleep and all I contemplate is the rather weird dreams I have and then instantly forget. It says, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Okay, guys, and this is a good card. Now we had Ganesh as the first card. And Ganesh is always saying yes. Ganesh is always clearing obstacles away, and you can feel confident when you get Ganesh coming up that things are going to be good. And I'm delighted that that is the first card I've pulled on YouTube since all this SHIT happened. You know, Ganesh, that's great. And here we go. We're just going further down that same line now. Prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. And that is what Ganesh is really saying yes for. That's what the whole Ganesh situation is about. So I'm going to be asking, and I know I'm going to be receiving as well. This is great. And this brings me to something I think quite important about healing, about just being a human being, you know, but it shows how the whole healing mission fits into being a human being. That's what's really good about it. We call upon the angels and we call upon the divine and, you know, whoever we call upon in the spiritual realms. And, you know, I guess by now we've all learned that we're allowed to do that. We call on these amazing figures out there in the universe or wherever they are. And they, you know, the help comes, but the help is almost always delivered by some kind of human hand, by someone who's actually in touch with those divine energies. May not know that they're in touch with the divine energies. They may not even believe in God, but somehow someone will turn up and someone will help you, you know, when you ask. And that happens so much better if you can believe in these things. You know, faith really makes a massive difference to it. But yeah, people will help and things will work out. And I'm really praying things are going to work out in the next day or two, because when they released me from hospital, 2 physiotherapists said, could they come to my house and look at it and make sure I'm okay? And this house is a real antique. It's not really set up for comfortable living for disabled people. And I just have this slight terror that they're going to try and get me out of here and make me live in a concrete box somewhere. I don't think they will, because, you know, UK is short of money, as I'm sure everywhere is, isn't it? And there's a shortage of nice concrete boxes. So probably they'll let me stay. I really hope they do. My God. But I can't drive, you know, either. And that's something I really need to get some help with, because I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm not allowed to drive for about a month, maybe 6 weeks. I've got to get a doctor to sign me off to drive in a month's time. And it might not be easy, but, you know, cars off the road, that's all forgotten, because I'd kill someone if I'd risk killing someone if I drove now. So won't be doing that. No way. What the hell am I going to do? Wow, you know, within hours of thinking that, I'd had 6 different offers from kind people who said if I need a ride somewhere, get in touch with them and they'll come and they'll get me and they'll give me a ride. The night it happened, I was completely out of it, and the hospital didn't have any ambulances to send out, so they sent a hospital taxi thing for me, but they wouldn't come down the lane in case it damaged their car. And actually my dear friend Sammy Kelly drove over from Aberystwyth. Took her an hour to get here and another hour to get me to hospital. And she sat with me in the hospital until they admitted me. I mean, that was fantastic, because I couldn't talk, and she was telling the hospital everything that had happened, and just made it great. Where the hell do these people come from? Well, you know, they're human beings and they're in touch with spirit and they will help you, you know. And I know that when I do readings for people, that's very often a thing that comes up, you know. People are worried, how's the thing going to happen? And then we hear back from them a matter of a few weeks later, and someone's turned up and someone has helped, you know. This is wonderful. Guys, we've got 45 friends online here. I'm so sorry I'm not doing private, you know, pulling personal cards on this one, because it's great to have you all with us. But I really just, I'll blow it. I'll blow it if I do personal readings. But let's do another card at this point. I'm going to be sticking with Keepers of the Light, okay, in this session, because that's the one I'm drawn to. And it's a wonderful deck by Kyle Gray. And he actually really does tap into all these amazing celestial energies. Here's a good comment. Let's put this. Lots of good comments on, but Quantum Spirit. I want to do this one. Hi, Erin O'Nugent, by the way. Hi, Quantum Spirit. Despite the current nuttiness of the world, people are kind. Yeah, that's great to hear, Andy. Yeah, and yeah, it is, isn't it? Quantum. It's wonderful. And this is what we forget. All of this trouble in the world. It comes from political people, leaders. And someone once said, you have to be a bit of a psychopath to want to be a political leader. It's like that's an extreme opinion, but I think maybe you do. I think maybe you do. And I'm going to point something out now that at this point, I don't want to make this an anti-American thing. I love Americans and I love American culture. Great lover of America, actually. And I wouldn't have a channel without my American friends, really. It's wonderful. And because this is something that used to happen in Britain until we outlawed the death penalty sometime in the 1960s. But basically, to be a successful politician, particularly to be a president or just to get promoted beyond being a governor, or maybe even just to get re-elected, you have to not be too lenient on death row cases. Even if you think someone might be innocent, you've got to send that person to the chair. You've got to send most people to the chair in that position, or to whatever the death penalty method is going to be, because otherwise you'll be seen as weak and you won't get anywhere. And it's like that in Britain too. This isn't just American thing I'm talking about. We don't have the death penalty here, but you have to show you're a cruel son of a person or you're capable of being cruel to actually get anywhere. And ordinary people are fantastic. I think we can trust each other. This is a great thing. The way the world is run, it's run by governments who say kind of, if there was no government, people would be killing each other and raping children and theft and everything. I just don't know about that. I think an awful lot of that is the stresses that we get in this world, in this life, because of the way things are set up. And governments really come from people who run big businesses who want to be safe in making as much money as they do and need people to work for less money and stuff. And yeah, despite the current nothingness of the world, people are kind. This is a fact, Quantum Spirit, and that's just a wonderful thing, isn't it? We could talk all night about spiritual topics and the spiritual nature of things, but people are kind, It's natural, it's human to be kind. And this really is how everything spiritual works, It's that kind side of us that gets brought out when we connect in spiritual ways and when we connect to each other around spiritual topics as well. That kindness comes out because that's what the whole spiritual thing plays into. Let me hydrate myself. But there was talk of another card, and I've been shuffling and I've pulled it. White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. There he is with all his resplendent feathers. And he says, connect to your lineage. A family pattern or wound can be healed now. Okay, so if you were particularly drawn to that card, take that on board, guys. In fact, even if you weren't specially drawn to it, there's a message for you. A family wound or a family pattern can be healed right now, or in the immediate future. The energy's good for that now, and if that's what you need to do, guys, do it. Because I have sure as hell just had it proved to me how the the kindness of human beings can just fix anything. Really, it can. I've already sort of said this a little bit, but in the stroke ward, it's just such a grim place. There's people dying in there. It's horrible. There are people who don't know what the hell's going on there. And I feel so sorry. There's this guy shouting for his wife because he's forgotten that his wife actually passed over quite a long time ago and is no longer alive, and he's calling out for her. And he, at some point in his recovery, is going to have to find out that she's passed away and go through the whole bereavement feeling again. Great shame, Yeah, great shame. But yeah, let me see this. What we got? Adrian Sandy. We could do a spirit talk with Twig Brother. Instead of readings when you want, yeah, you know, that would be nice, wouldn't it, Adrienne? Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, I do want to get back to readings because it's something Spirit called on me to do a long time ago. And I do feel, you know, I'm still called to do that. I probably wouldn't have gone live. I could sort of do with a big rest, but it's only 30 minutes. And I've been talking to people for hours throughout this thing. So it's not a problem, you know, I'm happy to be here. But as much as anything, you know, I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to meet and talk to each other, because I know a lot of you in the chat don't particularly know each other. Away from the sort of people of the twig scenario we've got here. Now, my Facebook link is down in the description, right at the bottom of the description. I just pasted it in at the end. That's my personal Facebook, Andy Lynch. That's my real name. And if you follow me there, right, then you link up and you'll be able to chat to each other on Messenger and stuff as well, not only when this is on. So that'd be really nice, you know. So if you want to follow my Facebook page, please do. You know, that would be so cool. Sue is asking, what is Andy's email? Well, let me just find that for you now, if I can. I thought I had a banner with that on somewhere. You can set up banners on this. See? Well, let's create a banner and I'll put it there. 358nd83@gmail.com. Right. Here we go. Add banner. Should appear any second. Yeah, that's my email. Okay, Sue, and anyone else who wants to get in touch. Okay. You're really, really welcome to email me anytime. That's my email. Guys, I'm not taking on readings at the moment for all the same reasons that I'm not taking on anything at the moment. All right, but they will be back. And I'm afraid I've had to cancel a few people's readings. But you've all been very understanding about it. You know, it didn't seem to be a problem at all. But, you know, readings will be back. This is what I do. It's my job. And people who have the most terrible strokes get back to their job, and I only had a very mild it wasn't really a stroke in the end, right? It's because I had a stroke 30 years ago, and it's part of the brain damage from that's got a little bit worse and was playing up, you know. And so it's not like I've had a whole new episode, and I've been told I'm likely to recover 100% to the way I was immediately before the stroke, which is actually only 80% recovery on what happened to me when I was 26. But, you know, sod all that. You know, it doesn't really matter. I want to share this for you guys because I know you were concerned. You know, you're really, you know, being as helpful as you could be. And I know you were very concerned. Okay, Flowing's asking, what is Andy Facebook? I can't, or could I? I can't get that this second, right? But it's in the description. Right down below the video. Now, YouTube is always changing the way it works. It drives me absolutely crazy, YouTube, the way it works. But yeah, at one time I would have said, click the arrow that points down and that'll bring the description up. I don't know if that'll work, but you know where the descriptions are on YouTube videos. It's down there and it's right at the bottom of the description in this video because I just added it seconds before I came on. So yeah, get in touch. My Facebook name is Andy Lynch. Okay, the only thing is if you're in the States, it's a long way away and there might be 1,000 Andy Lynches and you've got to look through them all before you find me. That's why I put the link there. But my name is Andy Lynch. Fantastic old Scottish name, that is who I am and that is what I'm about. And Flowing says, okay, thank you, great stuff. Okay, so yeah, Holly, so you were very young. Yeah, I was 26. Yeah, I didn't really believe it could have been a stroke at that age, but it was, you know. Yeah. Now here's a good thing, right? Pamela, thank you for this. Good evening to you all and to Andy. Love and light. I put you, Andy, in the violet flame. Great, yeah. I put myself there too as well, and I know a few people did. And guys, if you don't know about the violet flame, go check it out, right? I'd be here all night if I tried to explain all about the violet flame. Well, I'd be here for the rest of my life trying to explain all about it. and I still wouldn't manage to explain it. One lifetime is not enough to explain all about the violet flame, but it's the ninth ray, and it's under the control of Saint Germain, who is kind of often, Merlin is often believed to be, one of Saint Germain's incarnations. Very magical, very powerful ascended master Saint Germain, in charge of the ninth ray, and it's the violet flame of transformation. Right, and transmutation, I guess, goes hand in hand with that. But it'll transform troubles into good times. It'll bring good things in bad situations. And once you get attuned to it, and you can attune yourself to the violet flame, pay no money, fear no man, attune yourself to the violet flame. Look it up, guys. There's a wonderful website. It's just simply violetflame.com. All right, tells you all about it. I dare say there are other websites, but that's the one I looked at. And what happens is there are many different violet flame meditations and incantations that you can do, and you pick an incantation that appeals to you, or maybe create your own. But I strongly recommend picking one to begin with, because to begin with, you're not attuned. You attune yourself to it, but pick, an incantation that someone else has come up with that appeals to you, and you do that incantation every single day, maybe 3 times, maybe 9 times if you're very busy, once, but 9 times is great. It really gets you tuned in. Just do that every day, and you will attune yourself to the violet flame. Then anytime you need the violet flame, you can just put the violet flame mentally around whoever you want to put it around, whatever you want to put it around. And Pamela actually put me in the violet flame, and this is what happens when people do that. Good things happen. You get a good outcome. It's very, very positive. It's manifestation, as much as it is transformation, but that's healing, isn't it? Healing is a lot of things, not just one thing. Well, just now this hand wouldn't really move earlier, so there's some healing. That's kind of good. Both hands. Hey, jazz hands. I'm coming back. But yeah, look up the violet flame, guys. It's a wonderful thing. It really is. And you can use it for other things, anything where you really are in need. There was one time the government was trying to remove my disability statement, and they'll never do that now after what's just happened. That's one good side to it, actually. That they'll never remove that disability statement now, but they were trying to, and they nearly done it. And I put the violet flame around the building where I had this interview where they were going to take it from me. And when I got there, the guy doing the interview was a hippie in sandals, which I haven't seen for a long time. I didn't think they existed anymore, but he was a hippie in sandals, and he was very kind, very nice, and he made sure I kept all my benefits and everything. And violet flame, great. It can transform anything. It just gets the right energies in the right place at the right time, and things happen good for you with the violet flame. It is an absolutely wonderful thing. Hello, Cecilia333. I see we've got some new friends. I see we've made some new friends while I was in hospital. The subscribers went right up, and you guys have been so kind. It's lovely to have you around. Anyway, I've got to keep it down to 30 minutes, guys. Okay, I just I don't do anything to risk burning myself out. Honestly, I don't. Also, just for now, I'm going to drop the Friday session. Okay, I'm not saying it won't be back, but after this, we'll be live again on Sunday, and by then, I might be able to actually pull a few cards for people. All right, but there'll be short shows, and I'll just build it up and build it up. Because another positive side to all this, another really good thing that's come out of this, is that I now have this disability statement. I don't need to be scrambling to make money on YouTube. This means there'll be fewer uploaded videos, but the quality will be a lot better because I don't have to get a video up every day to satisfy the algorithm, And I guess we all know you don't need me to explain why being natural makes things work better in spirituality, because it is natural. It allows us to be natural. So I'm demonetizing the channel. The ads will go. everything will go like that. If you want to donate, please do it. PayPal.com/Twig Brother, or my coffee page, coffee.com/Twig. Both of those down in the description as well. And that's kind of, that would be a real big help at the moment because my car's off the road. So I've got lots of taxi fares to pay. But I don't worry about that. Basically, I'm putting stuff out free now. And, that's how it's going to go. So I think that's a pretty tidy outcome, God, I could have been dead, but I'm not. How many of us could tell that tale, eh? And it's a bit of an old nightmare, but I'm making my way back. That's good. We've hit 30 minutes, guys. I'm going to knock it on the head in a minute. Here's a parting card from me for this time. I'll see you again Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel on Sunday. Master Buddha, increased awareness. Oh, wow, it's increased my awareness as this. Deep connection, trust your inner voice. All right. And now I'm always telling you, you can be your own psychic. It works. Go for it. Do it. And like Master Buddha says, trust that there inner voice of yours, right? Because all mediums are doing, all psychics are really doing is we're trusting our inner voice. And this world makes it very hard to trust your inner voice. That's what the training's all about, really, But every one of you guys has got an inner voice, and every one of you guys is going to really kind of go places and benefit so much from it in a way that's natural and tailored to you if you just trust that inner voice. Because it comes from the angels, comes from all the wonderful love out there in the universe. It's great. Yeah. Okay, so with that, guys, I'm going to be knocking it on the head. Thank you, Lupita S. That is so kind of you. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to put this up from Aaron's son, from Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. You can support Andy's spirit work donating coffee.com/Twig and paypal.me/Twig Brother. Thank you all. Okay, and with that, I'm going to say thank you all, guys. This has been fun. I've enjoyed this. Looks like the video's on the edge of cutting out anyway, okay? But I'll be in touch again soon. Okay, I'll do an upload or two, I'm sure. At least I'll do one upload before the weekend. But if I don't see you before, I will see you live on Sunday at this place, at this time on Sunday, 3 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. UK time. Hit the subscribe button and you'll get a notification. Don't forget to drop a like on this one, guys, if you've enjoyed it. And if you're watching in the future and you're not able to be in the live chat because it's not live anymore, leave me a comment under the video, okay? Video. Love, light, blessings. Thanks so much for all the healing, all the love, and be good to each other, my friends. Peace and everything is going to